Hello everyone, the news is true. It happened. I don't even know how to like go about this video, honestly. I'm just like hyped. This happened like a few days ago and I still can't even believe it myself. I'm like so confused. So I thought I would come on here today and do a little video just getting ready for the day. I think I'm gonna film a huge unboxing after this because I just got back from Japan, so there's a lot of parcels, and talk about like how it happened and everything. I'm so excited. I actually just announced it to you guys today, and it actually happened a few days ago, like 4 or 5 days ago. So yeah, it's still sinking in. I'm so hyped, I'm so excited. So I think I'm gonna like do my base makeup and then talk about it, because otherwise it's just gonna like draw out super far. So you might have seen like the picture already on Instagram, and I guess like I announced it on my vlog channel. I'll put the vlog down below if you want to go watch it, and on my like personal Facebook page it's just blowing up everywhere. I'm getting thousands of messages like this second, and I'm just so happy and so thankful and so excited, and there's so many emotions, and hopefully I don't cry soon because I still cry about it all the time which I did not expect, you know, that would happen. Also, I'm trying out some new samples. Usually I do this on my Twitch live streams. I'm doing a XO Beauty eyeshadow palette, but I'm waiting for, you know, everything to be perfect. So this is like my, I don't even know how many rounds of samples I've got, but I need to try these new samples out, so I'm just gonna use them today as well. I hope you guys don't mind. Okay, I'm a little bit out of it as well. I've got a coffee here because jet lag. I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to start with this Color Neutralizing by CoverGirl primer first. I'm just going to apply this all over to prime my skin. I just put a little bit of fake tan on. It's kind of patchy and disgusting because I could not be bothered like scrubbing off my old fake tan properly before I fake tan for today's video. I was just too impatient, so yeah, I'm suffering first world problems. I already know I'm gonna like always friggin' forget to put this thing on, so I need to get it resized as well, and I'm like devastated. Like, it's okay, but I want it to be a little bit tighter. Like, I can literally fit this on my index finger, so like I don't want to like, you know, fling my hand and lose it down a friggin' drain or something. It's like my biggest fear, so I think I need it like 1 or 2 sizes smaller. I just don't want to part with it because I have to send it to Auckland and they have to do it, and I can't stop wearing it and looking at it, and I think I might use this today. This is the NC30 Studio Perfect SPF 50. I think you can get it at Cacodian, wait, is it still called Cacodian Stains? I don't know, I'll link it below for New Zealanders, but yeah, I found it. Because I know when I used this in my first impression video, like everyone was like, I cannot find it, and I don't think it's available worldwide. But I think it's like in Korea and some other select Asia countries maybe. I don't really know how it works. I did ask, but I have forgotten, so I'll try to remember the information or find the email and I'll put it down below. I'm using a Flawless Finish sponge to apply this, just a like kind of thin layer because it is still a little bit too dark, but my fake tan should develop to match later on. This just makes my skin look newborn. And I got off a huge flight, and obviously my skin has decided to hate me. Every time I fly, I swear I break out way worse. So I'm just going to conceal these problem areas and conceal under my eyes as well. I'm just going to use my Sculpt Concealer by Born This Way. I can't function today. It's just not happening. You know what it is, okay? You know what it is. I will link it below because I cannot function. I'm going to put a little bit of extra coverage on my more red areas. Oh my god, what is my life? I'm so excited. I'm so like just amped up and hyped right now because of like all of your guys' comments as well. Like, I waited a few days to make the announcement because I wanted to tell my friends and family first, and like, you know, try to like, I don't even know if I told everyone. Like, I was just like, I didn't even know what was happening, so I probably friggin' forgot some people too, but whoops. But you know, and then it just got to the point where I was just too excited. I told my nail lady, I was like, you know what, I need to get my nails done like right now, because you know, I'd been in Japan for like a week and a half and my nails were quite grown out, and then blah blah blah. I don't know, they grew so quick too. This is like my natural nails with gel polish. But anyways, I was like, I need to get my nails done, I need to take a photo, I need to announce this, like I need to tell my friends, aka you guys, because I just couldn't keep it to myself anymore. I felt like I was going to combust or something. I'm just, oh my gosh. This foundation's real good right now too because my skin's a little bit like dry and just flaky. I've got a lot of flaky skin. Once again, it's probably because of the flying and all the air conditioning and everything. So this is like quite a hydrating formula, which I love. I'm gonna set under my eyes with the shade 1 from Kim Kardashian. Love the way this packaging looks, but honestly, it never gets easier to open. So let me tell you a little bit about Tokyo. I have uploaded all my Tokyo vlogs. I think there's 3 in total. I had the best time. So Mac flew me over there for like this 3-day event kind of situation. And then me and Hamish decided to stay on because Hamish and I have always wanted to go to Japan. Like, you guys have probably heard us say that before in Q&As and stuff like that. So we were so excited. It's such a good time with Mac. Like, it was just so much fun. And Tokyo was amazing. I didn't even have like that bad jet lag when I arrived over there. We were just genuinely like actually tired. Like, every single day because we explored and did so much stuff. Like, honestly, must have done like 30,000 steps every day at least. Like, it was crazy. My feet every single day were wrecked. And I'm using my Studio Fix powder as pretty much always. Everyone has a powder that looks like this. Don't fight me. I've got like 5 that look like this. Like, it pan so bad, but you still seem to be able to use it for like a friggin' year. For those of you asking as well and wondering, yes, I am going to be doing a Mac kind of first impressions. I held off, like, heaps of people asking for first impressions on all of the new products. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me, like, you know, doing stories and also on my vlog channel about why we were there with Mac, like all of their new releases. They had so many. So I'm going to do like a whole video just trying out a bunch of that stuff. I managed to hold off and not really try much of it because I wanted to like do first impressions and stuff. And I was going to do it in today's video, but I was like, oh, I just want this to be like chill and just talk about the engagement because I don't think I could like do both. I will miss out on so much information, and it's not going to be sponsored. It's not sponsored. Like, I didn't get paid by Mac or anything like that, but I just really want to try it out on camera because it's like the cutest friggin' collection ever. So keep an eye out for that. I love the way this makes my skin look. Those flowers in the back as well were from my mom. They were flowers to congratulate us on the engagement, and some more flowers just turned up at the door from my management team at JNL, and I'm feeling the love. I'm so excited. It's so crazy. I've been using this one pretty much every single day since I tried it for the first time. I kind of mixed these 2 colors together. Seems to be perfect. And I'm using a domed contour brush. I have no idea what look we're going for today, but I've got a few like colorful colors that I'm going to include in my palette that I need to test out. I've got so many different options, so I kind of need to narrow down what kind of tones I want. I've kind of gone back and forth between a few different like shades, and I'm just like so overwhelmed and I don't know what I want first. Like, I want to use all of them eventually, but do you know what I mean? Like, this is for like an XO Beauty eyeshadow palette. So you guys have all heard of the Shaaanxo palette. I had the original palette before the remix, and that just went so much better than any of us expected at BH Cosmetics and myself and everything. So we did the remix palette, and that went better than any of us ever imagined, and it was just such an amazing achievement. But now I want to work on my own thing, so that one is discontinued. You can still find it in a few places and on xobeautyshop.com. But yeah, it was so amazing. Thank you guys so much for the support on that palette, but it is time now to try and do my own thing, and I'm just being such a friggin' like perfectionist about it that it's taking so long. So I'm sorry, but I wanted to start letting you guys in on like, you know, what I've been working on and how it's all coming together. So that's why I've kind of showed a few live streams using it and stuff, but it's in the very early stages. I'm perfecting like kind of more the colors and formula and finishes and stuff. We still haven't even like really begun on the packaging that much at all. I won't be showing you anything interesting. I'll literally just use the colors. So I might actually just go do my eyebrows off camera, you know, do everything, and then come back and we'll try those and I'll tell you guys about the engagement. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I can't even believe it. Like, what is this? Okay, so I've got Cabrow and the brow set by MAC in my eyebrows. What is going on with this like ridiculously long eyebrow hair right here? This is strange. And I've primed one eye just because I like to like, you know, see the eyeshadow's performance on unprimed and primed. I started off just by using no primer. Got it kind of good. Now I'm doing both. So this is the prime side. I just used the P. Louise base, and I think I used too much, but oh well. So, the proposal. I don't even know where to begin. First of all, I was not expecting it whatsoever. There was nothing in Hamish's personality or like the way he was acting or anything like that that would have like tipped off the fact that he was planning to propose. It was a total shock and surprise, and it happened in the funniest way. So afterwards, let me just like go back and forth a little bit. He told me afterwards that he'd actually had the ring since November last year. I was just like, the fuck? And it makes so much sense because you know, for the whole like last few months, he's constantly been saying like, we should go away on a weekend trip, or we should go away for your birthday, we should go away, you know, before EDC, which is in May, and like all of these different things. I was just constantly like talking about these trips, and I was just like, damn boy, like you really want to travel. And like he loves to travel with me, but like he's not usually like that proactive about it. But I just put it down to like he just wanted to have like a holiday, like duh, who doesn't want to have a holiday? But now I'm like, I wonder if that's why, like he wanted to go on a trip so like he could propose somewhere special or whatever. So anyways, you know, we found out in January, like early to mid-January I think it was, that we were off to Tokyo, and he must have been like ding ding ding. I had no idea, not at all. So he told me he had the ring in his pocket every single day we were in Tokyo. So let's like go back to Tokyo now. This is the unprimed eye. I'm just like kind of building up these eyeshadows a little bit. So the first few days we were with Mac, which was amazing, like I said. And then after that, it was just me and Hamish doing holiday things. So we moved to our new hotel, and it's super beautiful. We went to the Pullman. We just did so much friggin' walking. Like we were both so exhausted and so tired. We'd go out at like 9 or 10 in the morning, and we'd come home real early at like 4 or 5 and just like stay in our hotel and watch movies all night because we like couldn't even walk anymore. By the way, this is a Huda Beauty Build and Blend brush. I actually really like. I could just get that really like blown out kind of blend. So every day we were going home real early. So Hamish like was literally walking around with this ring in his jacket pocket, and I kept asking to wear his jacket and stuff, like if you watch the vlogs, and like he let me. Like obviously he must have like done a little like sneaky shuffle-a-roo, but like when he told me he was carrying it around the whole time, I was just like, how? Like I literally stole your jacket on more than one occasion. Like I was so confused. We kept coming home early, and this was ruining his plans because he wanted to do it at night time with like some kind of nice view or something, you know. So it started getting to like the last couple of days, and once again, like we either didn't do anything that fun at night time. Like we didn't ever go out drinking or clubbing or anything like that, just me and Hamish. We were just exhausted, and we saw so much of the city during the day, did so much exploring, like no regrets at all. Anyway, it keeps going and going, and it gets to the last night, and I think Hamish starts panicking a bit because he's just like, fucking hell, like there's not been the perfect time. This is so funny because it's literally like exactly how I'd imagine like Hamish to be. We go out for this beautiful dinner, like we've just been exploring all day. We go out for a really nice dinner, but it's at this really tiny intimate restaurant, which I think was one more thing he was like, I'm not doing it here, you know, like there was like 5 people there or something. So we have dinner, we go back to the hotel, we're pretty full. So I was a little bit confused when Hamish was like we walked into the lobby of the hotel. This is our last night there. We were packing up and leaving the next day. So Hamish goes, oh Shan, should we go get some ice cream from the 7-Eleven? And I was just like, I'm pretty full. And he's like, oh, I feel like some ice cream. And I was like, you know what, let's do it, because we're back on keto when we get back to New Zealand, so I might as well just binge on sugar tonight. So we go and head to the 7-Eleven. We spend ages like looking at all the snacks. He's like, get these mushrooms, because I love the mushrooms. They're like these little mushroom chocolates. If you saw my Instagram story, you'll know. And he's like, ice cream. And I was like, oh, which one are you gonna get? He's like, no, I don't want one. I was like, why are we here then? But that's fine. I was like, all right. And he's like, well, share. And I'm like, okay. And it makes sense soon. But I was like, okay. So I grabbed this like caramel and vanilla chocolate cone from the 7-Eleven, which is like a dairy, and like check out, and it's not far from our hotel. And basically outside of our hotel there was all these beautiful trees, and they were all lit up with fairy lights. Like it's, you know, like very me, like I love fairy lights, and so does Hamish. Like it was super beautiful. So we're walking past like all of these beautiful trees back to the hotel. Like it was just chill. I was like, oh, this is such a nice day. And like I said, I was not expecting anything because Hamish wasn't acting strange. Like I always thought in my head like I'd be able to tell when he was going to propose, because I thought he would be like nervous and acting strange and like, you know, trying to do strange things. But it was like just a normal friggin' day. And basically I was like skipping ahead because it was really cold outside, you know, it's winter over there or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, it's so cold. And I was eating my ice cream, and I was like, I want to go back to the room and like lie on the bed and blob, and let's finish watching Monsters University because we started it the previous night and I really wanted to know how it ended. And so I was like zooming off, and Hamish was like, Shan. I was like, what? And he's like, come back. And I turn around and he's down on one knee. I'm gonna like start tearing up. Let me like just continue my eye makeup and gain some composure right now because I don't want to ruin my foundation. So surreal. So he was down on one knee, and I was just like, like what the hell is happening right now? Seriously, like this is the most perfect engagement proposal to me, because I'm not the kind of person that wants like a big like, you know me, like I'm quite chill. So like it was perfect. There was no one around except this like one Japanese guy like walked past. He was like, ah! Like I couldn't even see him, because basically I see Hamish down on one knee and he's just like looking at me and smiling, and he's like, Shannon, will you marry me? And I was just like, oh, and I just started blubbering. See, I tear up every time I think about it. I've cried so much since this happened. I literally cried so much that I couldn't even see the ring. I just saw this like blur of Hamish down on one knee smiling with this ring, and I was just like bawling my eyes out. I like jumped down into his arms, like almost knocked him to the ground. And he was like, Shannon, I'm gonna fall. I was just like, oh my god. And I was just hugging him, and he was just like, so is that a yes? And I was like, yes. And he's like, I hope you like the ring, because he was so stressed about picking a ring, because I literally like have sent him so many photos of rings in the past, like, you know, like, oh, this ring's cute, this ring's like hint hint, you know, in the last like friggin' 5 years. Like we've been dating for I think it's 7 years in September. Yeah, so like for the last like 4 or 5 years, like, you know, he's seen his fair share of rings that I love. So he ended up choosing himself. I'll get to that soon. But yeah, so he was just like, I hope you love the ring, and do you like the ring? He said something like that. I can't even remember because I was just so buzzed. And I was just like, I don't even know. I can't even see it. I don't know what it looks like. It was just so funny because he was like, do you like it? I'm like, I don't know. I can't even see the tree anymore because my eyes are so blurry with tears. I did not think I would ever react like that. Like, it's so weird. Like, I thought I'd be chill and just be like, oh my god, yes, like so relaxed and easygoing, but I was a freaking mess. I was blubbering like I was a baby. Like, even when I sent my mum and my cousin a message later on, and some of my best friends, I literally was sniffing still in the stories. It was horrendous. Like, I just couldn't stop crying. Hamish was like, Shan, stop crying, and I'm like, I can't stop crying. I don't even remember how we got from there to our room, but we went back to our room and I just sat in bed staring at it and crying, and I was just like, are you sure you want to marry me? And he was like, Shannon, like in true Hamish form, he's like, what the fuck do you think? Like, would I have friggin' proposed? But I was just like, I can't believe this is real. Like, this must be a prank or something from like YouTube or something. And I was just so confused. So obviously, by the way, like, there's no evidence of this happening because it was just me and Hamish, and I'm happy about that, to be honest. Like, it's just a moment for me and him to share, so there's no photos of you guys or anything. Even that night, Hamish was like, oh, do you want to go to the like observatory building, whatever it was? Like, there's like a tower in Tokyo, you can see the whole of Tokyo at night with all the lights on and everything. And he's like, shall we go? And he was going to take me there for dinner, but then it looked like shit dinner, so he didn't. And then he's like, do you want to go there now, Shan? And I was just like, nah, I'm pretty tired, let's go watch Monsters University. And he was just like eye rolling, like, and I told him, I was like, you should have just forced me then. But I'm so stoked with how it happened anyway. It's such a cute little story, and it's very us, I think. Honestly, I'm glad that I could just go straight to my room afterwards, because like my eyelashes fell off, I had mascara down my face, I had like cracked foundation everywhere because I was like blowing my nose and sniffling, and it was just a mess. Like, I can't even believe like I reacted like that. And then that's when he like told me afterwards, like back in our room, I was like what the heck? And he was like, I've been carrying that freaking ring around like every single day looking for the perfect moment. And I was like, whatever, it's perfect. I'm so happy. It was just like, oh, I can't even like explain to you how sweet and perfect it was. Like, I'm obsessed. And he said, you know, there was only one other person that knew about it, and he got it made in Auckland at one of my favorite jewelers. Like, I never even thought he would. I think it's called Nivea. I don't know how to pronounce it. Nivea or Nivea in Sloane. It's like one of my favorite jewelers. Like, I follow them on Facebook, and they've just got like the most beautiful jewelry. And I used to always like say like, oh my god, I love this shop. And he actually freaking like noticed and got my ring from them, and like communicated with them on like how he wanted it to look and what I liked, and just put these elements together and created this ring for me. And I just literally, I was like, I thought he'd just go to like, you know, Michael Hill Jeweler and be like, oh yeah, we'll take that one, you know, like, but he actually like went out of his way to like create something, and it's so special. And literally, like, I couldn't have picked something more perfect for me. Like, it's dainty, it's beautiful, it's like really like thin band, like it's everything I love in jewelry, and I'm just obsessed with how it looks, and it sparkles like nothing I've ever seen, and I'm just obsessed with it. Like, I think it's just perfect on my hand. Like, I just love it. It is dreamy. I can't stop looking at it. Literally every day I'm like, Hamish, and I'm like, every freaking moment he's just like, yep, I know. And the funny thing is, like, my mum gave me a phone call like as soon as I told her she'd just been at M&M, and like sent her a photo because it was like 2 a.m. or something in New Zealand, 1 a.m. When it happened, and my mum was like, is that what I think it is? I was like, yes. And she was just like, oh my god. So we chatted on the phone, and then Hamish got a nosebleed because I reckon he was just so stressed, even though I couldn't tell. You know, he got a nosebleed, so he was off. And then I finished talking to my mum, and then Sally video called me, and she was crying so hard her eyelashes were falling off, and I couldn't stop laughing and I couldn't stop crying. We were both crying. And then poor Hamish was just like dealing with his nosebleed. I was like, were you nervous, Hamish? Like, this is when I kind of like calmed down a bit. And he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I couldn't tell. I was like, that's why you got a nosebleed. He's like, no. And I'm like, yes, that's why you got one. It just couldn't have happened anymore. Like, I don't know. I'm in love. Like, it was so sweet, and the fact he wanted to do it while we were in Japan, like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna like, oh my god, I can't stop tearing up. I can't even believe it's real. Like, I knew the time would be coming, but like, oh my god. Like I said, I just thought I would be able to tell, and I did not expect it to be like this soon. Like, we've done these Q&As recently, which were after he friggin' even got the ring. Like, that's when he got the ring. Bitch, like, you lied to my viewers in our Q&A when you're like, oh, like, not yet. But yeah, he definitely did a good job of like not giving me any clues, I guess, because I thought I would know. I thought I'd be able to predict it. I thought, you know, I'd just be able to tell from the way he was acting all shady and stuff, but he didn't even act shady once. I'm like, how did you get this through? Like, at the airport, he's like, I just put it in my laptop bag. And like, I was just like, how did I not know this? Like, how did I never pick up on it? I thought I would be able to crack it, but I did not crack it. So I'm so happy it was such a surprise, because like, I don't know, it was just like amazing, and I'm just so happy. Anyway, I need to like finish this friggin' eye makeup right now, because otherwise, yeah, this video is never gonna end. Whew. So needless to say, I'm very happy. I'm in love. I can't wait to get married, although I can. Like, we don't want to get married super soon. I'm actually uploading one of those like assumption videos soon where I mentioned, I was like, I'd be happy to get engaged now, but I don't want to get married like the second. So me and Hamish are like, you know, it's gonna be at least probably like a year or longer. I'm not sure. Like, it just depends on how it fits in the timeline with all these other things we're doing with our life, like, you know, repairing our beach house and building a home here in Palmerston North and blah blah blah. We'll just see like where it slots in. Once we find a venue, like, we need to figure out what dates we actually like have to work with. I don't know like what time of year I want to get married. Like, we don't know much yet. We haven't talked about that yet. Like, it's so fresh, so new. But I'm just so excited to be engaged. Like, just this gesture means so much to me. I'm so happy. Hamish is happy. I don't even know. Like, it's just crazy to me. I knew it would happen one day, but I also didn't think it would. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't actually picture it happening. I've known Hamish for so many years. Like, we've been together for almost, did I say 7? I'm pretty sure it's since 2012, I think. So yeah, and then I've known him longer than that too. Like, not a lot longer than that, but I've known him longer than that, and like, it's just weird. Like, it's weird. It's such a weird feeling that we're actually engaged. It's so strange. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just like putting random colors down, by the way. So yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for all of your beautiful comments and well wishes and congratulations messages and stuff. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I got to share the news with you finally. I'm sorry there's no like extravagant YouTuber engagement video, but like I said, like, I'm kind of happy about that because it's just something for me and Hamish to treasure, I guess. And I will definitely be doing more like videos about like the planning of the wedding, and on my wedding day, like, I really want to do a little, you know, videographer professional wedding video kind of thing that I can share with you guys. It was just me and Hamish and that random Japanese man walking past that experienced that moment, and it's kind of special. And to be honest, I looked like a freaking mess, so thank God. No amount of Facetune could have saved that photo, so let's just count it as a blessing this time. I'm just gonna do some quick blush. I've been loving this palette. This is the Tartelette Blush Book. I'm gonna use the middle shade mixed with this like peachy color. And then for my highlight, I'm gonna use the Hyper Real Glow. I've been loving this color right here. You can kind of see I've been nailing it. And I like to use it with my detail face brush because it really buffs it in. This is like a very creamy kind of look. Like, it doesn't just sit on the surface of your skin, it really like buffs into your skin, which is like my favorite type of highlighter. So I'm just applying this. I put some on my brow bone too. By the way, obviously I've got a couple of other videos pre-filmed, so if I'm not wearing the ring, like, you know why. And if I'm not wearing it, I'm probably just forgotten to put it back on after the gym, or it's getting resized or whatever, because I know people will like start panicking. But yeah, It's so surreal and I'm so happy. So if you guys, any of you guys are engaged, let me know down below like how it happened. Because like out of my friends, like they were all very low-key. I've never heard any stories of people like with these super extravagant ones. So did you guys have like a simple engagement, or did you have like a crazy like 1,000 roses and Disneyland and shit like that, you know? Oh, actually I have one friend, Annalise, she got engaged at Disneyland, which is pretty cute. I'm just gonna do mascara and lashes. I've kind of been doing that a lot. Like while I was in Japan, I just did that pretty much every day. Like I didn't bother with eyeliner. I think I did it once or twice. So I'm gonna use roller lash. I've been forgetting to use my Revita lash every day. I really need to get onto that because my lash cycle is gonna fall out soon and they're gonna look short, and I don't want that. Literally, I noticed such a difference with Revita lash. You can get it off xoxox.com, by the way. We ship it worldwide. It's expensive AF, but it lasts like so freaking long. Like for me, it lasts like 6 or 7 months, not like 3 months or 4 months. Should I do like a teal eyeliner? This is called Electric by Urban Decay. This is a little bit more blue than the colour under my eyes, but I think it looks really cool. It's so weird being engaged too, because like literally nothing has changed except I've got a ring on my finger. Like it's so weird. It's like surreal. Like I forget it's happened, but then I remember and I get like real happy again. But I was always happy, but like it's just really weird. I think it's because like all of a sudden I'm like panicking. I'm like, holy shit, like Hamish actually likes me that much. Like I always knew. Do you know what I mean? Like it's strange. It's a real strange feeling. I'm like, oh shit, okay, it's happening. Like I always knew it was gonna like happen. I don't even know. It's so weird, guys. Hopefully I don't sound like a dick. Like hopefully you actually understand what I mean, because, well, like those of you who are engaged probably know what I mean. Like it's just weird. Like it's like, okay, here we go. I'm an adult. Like I'm officially getting old, I think. I feel like I've gone into leave out so many details. It's just overwhelming. I just can't believe he friggin' had this since November. Who does he think he is? Like if I was a man and I was proposing, or like if I was proposing in general, which I personally didn't want to, but if I was proposing to someone, if I got the ring, I would literally have to like engage them or like propose to them, whatever, like at that moment, because I'd be like, I can't keep it a secret. I just spat all over myself. Oh my god, that's how full on I am today. Anyway, do you get me? I would be like a bundle of nerves. I wouldn't be able to keep it in. I'd have to just be like, here you go, I got you a ring, please say yes. Can't believe he freaking had that for months. It actually makes me love it even more that like it wasn't just like a all of a sudden like urge. It was like planned, like calculated. So I bought out these new lash tweezers on xobeautyshop.com. They're real good. They're not sharp or anything, so you can't really like damage your eye unless you try real hard to. Not like normal tweezers. So you can literally like place the lash in here and it just helps you like kind of like angle much better. I just like to dunk the lash on because I'm not using eyeliner. By the way, these are the illusion lashes. I just dunk on the lash and kind of get it kind of close and just make sure like all of the edges are touching, and then I just like let the glue set for a little longer because this is the duo, so it takes a while to set. So like in that time we'll just put on the next one. So that's step one. Using the tweezer, it makes it a lot easier than using little tweezers that are sharp, you know. Wow, that's embarrassing. I literally cannot find the other lash, so I'm just gonna take that off. And instead, we're going to use my Fantasy. I'm gonna reuse the Fantasy lashes instead. Obviously, my other illusion lash is just floating around in Tokyo somewhere. It's the same exact thing. Honestly, these lashes deserve to friggin' be chucked in the bin because they are so old, but we are just continuously making them work. So, same thing. Pop them on pretty close to the lash line. Use the tweezer to kind of set them in place. And then we're gonna let them dry for a little while. So while they dry a little bit, I like to wait until the glue's almost completely dry. So on our lips, let's do something kind of bold. So I'm using Lip Land's So Seductive. Looks like this. Oh gosh. Is that gonna look good? I'm committing. I have so many lip swatch videos I need to film as well. Whoops. This color's really cute. I feel like I've got a pimple on my lip. How does one get a pimple on a lip? I don't know. Anyways, so now that the lash glue is almost dry, take your tweezers again, and this is so much gentler than using a lash curler like I used to do. You just literally like clench down and just bring those lashes in close. And this is what makes the lashes look super seamless, especially when you're not wearing eyeliner and you want it to kind of blend properly. And then I use like the tip to do the same thing. Oh, I just got glue on my eyelash. And then to clean these, you just like put them in some hot water and just wipe them off because it's like a matte. Makes it really gentle and gives it a little bit more grip when you're putting on your lashes. So that's it. Bit of all-nighter setting spray. and we're good to go. Good to go nowhere because I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted to film. I'm just gonna go do my hair and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. The glue will be completely dry by then as well. I don't know why everything looks so yellow right now. The lighting keeps changing, but I just did some loose waves in my hair and this is the finished look. So thank you guys so much for all of your support as always. I love you guys, and make sure you go subscribe to my vlog channel if you want to see more about like wedding planning and stuff like that. Like there'll be a lot of that kind of content coming, I suppose, because you know there's a lot to plan. But yeah, I'm very excited, I'm very happy, very emotional. I hope you guys enjoyed the little story time. Yeah, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and notify. Okay.